Hey everybody, this is Tom with The Board Gamer. Today we're going to do a quick overview and review for this game. If you want the full how-to, go ahead and click this icon up here or the link in the description. Now let's get into it. Monarch is a 2 to 4 player game for ages 12 and up with an average gameplay length of 45 minutes. The basic overview of Monarch is to collect food and gold in order to purchase court cards until one sister has a total of 7 cards in their court, which triggers the final round. The sister with the most crown points in the end wins. And that was Monarch. Now Monarch is a game I forget I have sometimes. Not because it's bad or unremarkable. It's based more on the fact that it's a pretty easygoing game. It's not intense, it's calming. Not boring, just calming. I think this is a nice, relaxing game that can help bring newcomers into the hobby. Not only that, it's really good at introducing set collecting. Plus, since everything's laid out for everyone to see, you don't have to worry about hitting cards in hand, which is great for people unfamiliar with the game or just new to the hobby in general. Now let's dive into the details and see if Monarch will reign supreme. Now in discussing the components for Monarch, most of Monarch is made up of cards. These cards are very thin, but are made surprisingly well and pretty flexible. They also have what looks like a textured feature to them and feel very smooth. Very interesting feel. And not only do the cards feel nice, the art portrayed on them is also very well done and looks very, very nice. Not only is the art done well, the ability to identify the path, the crowns, and any special abilities is laid out very clearly for all to see. As for the other components in the game, they're made of a thick cardboard, like these land tiles that you set up to make your game board are very good quality, along with the different banners you can collect. And not only are they easy to understand, but they also have art on the back that helps add to the theme. They're made very well and are quite sturdy, which is nice and should help them stay nice since they aren't messed with too much. Now as for the gold and the fruit tokens, they're also made with that same durable cardboard, which is nice since they do get handled quite a bit compared to everything else in the game. Now I do think metal coins and wooden apples would have been a nice touch, but then it may have seemed a little overproduced considering the main goal of the game is collecting cards, not coins and apples. Now, when talking about ease of play, Monarch is probably one of the better games to start off with because everything is laid out in front of you. There are no hidden hands and everything you play is immediate and doesn't really have player interaction other than maybe the unwanted guest and the moon cards. This makes it an ideal game for newcomers to the hobby or just for a relaxing evening. Now you can try to think many moves ahead, but you are always at the mercy of the market. Now let's talk about replay value. I mentioned before that I often forget that I own this game, which I must say is actually good in some aspects because every time I play it, it feels fresh. I wouldn't say Monarch is a game that you want to play right after finishing, but it is a game that's good enough to keep in your collection to enjoy from time to time. And there isn't too much to the game other than maybe choosing a different path each time you play, but I think to really get the max out of this game, it's best to play with people that have either never played it before or it's been a long time since they have played it. As for theming, I find Monarch follows the narrative very well. I mean, who doesn't want to be queen? And when assembling your court, and the card's depictions really make you feel like you're building towards something, especially when you get one court card that builds off the other and off the other until you really have a nice path going. But that's not all. It reminds us that we are all sisters when a moon card comes up, and we must drop everything else immediately and work together. We may all want the crown, but in the end, we're still family. Now, when discussing luck versus strategy, there is a strategy, but only to a certain point. It's good to have a goal in mind and work towards that as quickly as possible, but it's also best not to rush because you do have a 7 court member limit. So you want to replace some of those lower crown valued cards with higher ones before you reach that limit of 7. But you are at the mercy of the market, unless of course you have the funds to wipe it every now and then and find what you're looking for. So aside from luck of the draw, I would say Monarch is a strategy game, especially since you have to know when to tax and when to harvest, because you can't necessarily tax a group of people if you haven't fed them first. Overall, Monarch is a great game, each and every time you play it, especially if there's something in between. This board gamer says, not boring, especially in moderation. Now, if you like this game and want to try your hand at being queen, go down in the description and click my Amazon affiliate link. That'll get you the game quickly and give me a little kickback. Until next time, don't be bored, go play some games. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell to get notified about new videos. If you're bored now, click this for more games.